Do, 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 do. Spirit's played me a good song. I really like that. I'm gonna share it with you guys in 1 second. I don't know, I like it up higher. Just like it up higher, but I don't like the box one. There we go. It has to be just right. There we go, that's better. I like it to be seen, but not too high. Okay, sorry. Hello, collective. It is your psychic intuitive, your astral journalist here with my spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle. Yes, Heather. Medium. Yes, I am a medium as well. Spirit always wants me to call myself a medium, but I always end up calling myself a psychic. Maybe I'm a medium doing psychic development. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. I feel so good. I'm so blessed. I am so grateful for all I have. I truly am highly blessed, so favored, and so are you. You just have to believe you are to receive the guidance from your spirit guides that guide me every step of the way. I'm never alone. It is fantastical. I am a living testament, and that's what we teach you over on Spirit News, how to do that. We do it from the beginning, from 4 years ago till now, where we documented the data that we've collected on taking our own spiritual journey and our own ascension process. You can watch that on TikTok. To learn a little more in depth, you can go to Spirit News to learn more about your non-physicalness. Here we do the medium psychic development videos, because it's a way for me to learn about my psychic gift and how to use it. And I use it for good. I'm here to be of service. It is my duty, and I've taken an oath to God to be of service, to be part of the chosen, the 144 who have cleared their field to 144,000 hertz. Anybody can do it. We teach you how we did it, and you can watch how we did it on TikTok. Okay? We start from 4 years ago till now, in real time, how we processed emotions, how we cleared our field, how we handled situations that were not the best, but we found joy in them anyway. Okay, really cool stuff. I'm telling you, it's really cool stuff we're doing here. We're doing a Spirit Speak. Spirit Speaks is Janice. Oh, Janice again. I don't know if this is Janice Joplin or another Janice in the collective. We did a read for Janice already. Maybe Janice was supposed to be in. Horrific. Oh, Janice is horrific. Spirits of Janice is horrific. I didn't say nothing. So we're doing Divination Susan order today. And that's just the order it was in. You can see it on the Spirit Speaks. We do these for names that they say repetitively. They don't say certain names. They don't say other names. They say certain names over and over and over again. So I try to catch them when I can for the ones that are said more than 10 times. So that's when I try to capture it. And I know it's something that needs to be brought to spiritual court, which is what we're doing. We're Oracle number 36 of the High Divine Order because we've cleared our field. We're using social media as a way to bring things that are done in the dark to the light, kind of like Minority Report, the movie, except instead of you being caught before you do the act, it's afterwards. Things you can't go to physical court for. Usually things that involve magic, things done under the moon. Things like that people don't believe in. But trust me, there's people out there who believe in it, who are doing it, and they're doing it against you because you don't believe. Okay. So let's listen to our song first, okay? Let's see. It is by Mette, Mette, and Sam Gilliatry. Gellaitry. Okay, it's called Darling Drive, and I like it, so I'm gonna heart it. Okay, I can't play any more though. They'll get me in trouble. Okay, up north, no streetlights. 1 star, and she's sitting high. She's gonna take me home tonight. Back here, but fully grown. first place and a centerfold. Been around the world, but nothing's close. Aye. Spend so much time trying to make it out alive, screaming underwater. I won't lose my pride. I know what hill I'm dying on. Darling, darling, drive. Darling, drive. You're written on my bones. You're written on my bones. Interesting. That sounds like some kind of voodoo, like when you chuck the bones. Someone may be doing some kind of voodoo bone chucking, writing names on bones. I know that I can stay here forever. Been here all my life. No matter where I go, I know we're going to end up together. Where summer breeze is heaven sent, people keep their promises. Where summer breeze. That's so funny because I'm going to read a Bible passage that I read for Chabit, and this person laid down in bed and it was hot, and it didn't cover their face because it was hot, and I put summer. I literally wrote summer question mark. I wrote summer question mark, and the song says, "Where summer breeze is heaven sent." So something done in the summer where a promise was made. A promise was made to help them land on their feet again. Because snowstorms can come and go. My heart is never cold. I'm breathing in your oxygen. Spent all this time trying to change my melody to one that wasn't meant for me. I won't lose my pride. I know what hill I'm dying on. You're written on my bones. I know that I can stay here forever. Been here all my life. No matter where I go, I know we're going to end up together. So it sounds like they may have done something with someone that bound them somehow, some way, to their pride. I won't lose my pride. Something prideful that they did in the summertime to someone who could possibly be a star, who's a first place centerfold. Been around the world, but nothing's close. Trying to find someone to fit some kind of star they met. Up north, no streetlights. One star, she's sitting high. She's gonna take me home tonight. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till we see the light. So she was obsessed with someone. Obsession? Question mark. And can't let go of my pride is either a literal sense, like maybe they're gay. Maybe they're gay and they don't want to live a gay life though, or something, because it says spent so much time trying to make it out alive, screaming underwater. But I won't lose my pride. I know what hill I'm dying on. So someone who's stuck in their ways, they know they're going to die being gay or something, and writing something on bones in the summertime. Interesting. Okay. So definitely got some pride going on. Something. A Ouija board. Oh, divination. Ouija board. Let me write that down. They've been doing the Ouija. I told you guys you can't do Ouija unless you have a good frequency, or you're going to attract exactly what you're at, which usually ain't that great. At least not yet. No one is supposed to perform divination of any kind, shape, or matter unless you're part of the 144, unless you've cleared your field to 144,000 hertz. And so funny I mentioned that before we started, because then you're going to get exactly what your vibrational match for, which might not be good, and you will have no discernment to understand that it's not for you. And you'll be ignorant students of energy, and those entities are animals. Killing dead animals. Rest in peace. To those animals, yeah, because Animals are alive too, you know. They don't deserve to be at your recreation for killing. So I grabbed this card again on accident for holding my place. Okay, Spirit said wrong. So that's good. Well, let's see. So I turned it to Tobit. Tobit 2 in the Bible. Tobit's blind. I went like this. Tobit's blindness. That same night I washed and went into my courtyard where I lay down to sleep beside the wall. Because of the heat, I left my face uncovered, and that's when I wrote summer. I did not know that sparrows were perched on the wall above me. Their warm droppings settled in my eyes, causing white scales on them. And then Spirit said couch twice. So I think it may not be bird poop literally, but it could be white scales, could be like TV, watching too much TV or their phone or something, or their laptop or their tablet, something like that. I went to doctors for a cure, but the more they applied ointments, the more my vision was obscured by the white scales until I was totally blind. For 4 years, I was unable to see. All of my kindred were distressed at my condition. A, a hikar, a hikar, however, took care of me for 2 years until he left for Elam. At this time, my wife Anna worked for a hire at weaving cloth, doing the kind of work women do when she delivered the material. I didn't know Anna was in the Bible. When she delivered the material to her employers, they would pay her a wage on the seventh day of the month of distress. Jessie, Jesse. She finished the woven cloth and delivered it to her employers. They paid her the full salary and also gave her a young goat for a meal. On entering my house, the goat began to bleat. So I called to my wife and said, "Where did this goat come from? It was not stolen, was it? Give it back to the owners. We have no right to eat anything stolen." So this person may have stole something, but she said to me, "It was given to me as a bonus over and above my wages." Yet I would not believe her and told her to give it back to the owners. I flushed with anger at this over this, so she retorted, "Where are your charitable deeds now? Where are your righteous acts? Look, all that has happened to you is well known." And then it has Tobit's prayer for death. Then sad at heart I groaned and wept aloud. With sobs I began to pray. "You are righteous, Lord. You are, and all your deeds are just. All your ways are mercy and fidelity." Adam. Spirit always says freaking Adam. I don't know if they're referring to like Adam and Eve or another Adam, or we did an Adam that was an acronym for a drug program for the government or something for people who do drugs, like a monitoring system. All your ways are mercy and fidelity. You are judge of the world. And now, Lord, be mindful of me and look with favor upon me. Do not punish me for my sins or for my inadvertent offenses or for those of my ancestors. They sinned against you and disobeyed your commandments, so you handed us over to plunder, captivity, and death to become an object lesson, by a byword and a reproach in all the nations among whom you scattered us. Yes, your many judgments are right in dealing with me as my sins, and those of my ancestors deserve, for we have neither kept your commandments nor walked in fidelity before you. So now deal with me as you please, command my life breath to be taken from me, that I may depart from the face of the earth and become dust. It is better for me to die than to live, because I have listened to undeserved reproaches, and great is the grief within me. Lord, command that I be released from such anguish. Let me go to my everlasting abode. Do not turn your face away from me, for it is better for me to die than to endure such misery in life and to listen to such reproaches. They stole something and they broke a bunch of commandments, and it's not good for this. And they've been doing divination, which, like I said, you can't do divination unless you're unless you're ordained by God. And that just means that you've cleared your field to 144,000 hertz, because we are frequency and vibration before we are human. And so you can't just do fleshly things, bodily things, and expect to not get away, and just expect to get away with it because you think nobody saw you do it. It's just not the way it is, especially when you're using divination. This person probably had an energy attachment come to them that pretended to be a good energy attachment. They could have pretended to be their fairy godmother. Susan, Spirit said Susan. We're talking. Yeah. Spirit's asking if you fear us, to Susan. Right. I believe. Oh shit. Spirit ain't playing around, man. You don't mess with divination unless you wanna. If you need help, how it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be a holy act. When you go and visit a priest or a high priestess or someone who's ordained to do divination like myself, it is because we cleared our field, we healed our wounds. Hello, Jacoby. Hello, dear, my love. We've cleared our field, and so we have the ability to talk directly to source, to spirit, to God, whatever you want to call it. And we have discernment because we've been taught discernment for energy, for what is high and what is low, what is for our good and what is not. And 100%, God would never, ever, in a million years, ever ask you to kill any of his creatures for his namesake. Never. Never do that. This person may have possibly done animals, but we'll see. We'll see. Whatever comes up. We're not judging it. We're just... I'm not judging it. Spirit says, sit here. Spirit is the judge. I'm just the person who gives out the subpoenas. Whatever that person's called. All right, let me see. Let's do the present. What's the present current situation? Let's do these guys. Thank you so much, Spirit, for making this happen. I love you so much. It's such a magical world to live in, and anybody has the right to heal. Thanks, Jacoby. You know, I'm a jack of all trades. You know, I do a little bit of everything, you know? Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I like it. Keeps the blood flowing. I like it. I love rapping, honestly, I really do. I don't want to be famous or anything, but it sure is cathartic. It really is. I rapped sunglasses. Spirit said sunglasses. Oh, I'm so cool. No, it's not about being cool. It's about motion, poetry in motion, words in motion. It really helps move energy. It's music in general. I highly recommend it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. I would not want to do performances. I wouldn't want to go on stage. Nope. No, don't want to do that. That sounds not for me. I like doing this, actually. Anyway. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're doing the first card. We're doing the first card, the present, the current situation, okay? Jacoby, how's your leg doing? I think your dad might have lit a candle that blew him away. I was listening to some ether news today. Someone did some root work. I'm just kidding. I don't think your dad did that, but someone did some root work, blew themselves away. Okay, so first card is the current situation. The current situation. Well, that red snake don't Don't have me feeling good. So this person's wrapped up in something. This person's currently wrapped up in something, or they're wrapping themselves around something. The red and white rose. Flos sapientum. Tad Rosamel apibus. Well, I think that there's a lot of, I think this person could possibly be protecting. Is this person protecting a white rose? This person could potentially be protecting a white rose, or we did have in the song that there was, oh, maybe they've wrapped themselves around a star, a white rose, and all those lines, when I see that, usually represent a lot of like people or several. Sure, it says several. A lot of people involved in the situation that is surrounding this white rose or this star, or the song called them a centerfold, someone who's high on a hilltop. So like a star of some kind, someone who's a white rose, and there's a red snake wrapped around it. So I don't know if that's them trying to protect them or if that's them trying to stop them. I don't know yet. I hope that they're protecting them from something. But we'll see. So the current situation is this person has wrapped themselves around a white rose or a star or centerfold, someone who's of high honor. I think they are protecting them. It feels like it. To influence. What's the challenge? What's the challenge this person's facing? What is the challenge that this person's co-education? Spirit said co-education. Maybe they're trying to tell people something or re-educate. It says co-education. Co-education. Will you guys make fun of me if I look that up? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure how to apply it in this situation. Co-education. Let me just see. Doesn't hurt. Co-education. The education of students of both sexes together. Didn't I say this person could potentially be gay? Spirit said chilling. So they have a crush on you or something? I don't know. This is the challenge. Antimony. Antimony, I know, is a element and it's brittle, but you mix it with other metals to make it stronger. So this is the challenge. They're looking for people. They're brittle. They're brittle right now. They don't want to be seen. They're in the shadows. They're looking out into space. They're looking for help to make them stronger. They're looking for help, but it's a challenge. I don't think anyone wants to help them right now. I don't think anyone wants to help them, but they're looking for help. Maybe they've gotten themselves into some trouble. They're looking at, it looks like they might be looking at a screen or something. I said TV before, and they could possibly be blind right now, like literally losing their eyesight for something they did on the floor. Something they did on the floor, perhaps the Ouija board. Something they did with the Ouija board in Divination. They did it in the dark. It was a secret. And it's made them very brittle now. Bitter and brittle. But they're watching something from afar, some kind of screen or something. Perhaps they're watching the white rose. 3. Where's 3? The basis of the situation, past issues. What is the basis of the situation? What is the basis of the situation? They may have stolen something. As I say that, they may have stolen something. Something that belongs to this rose, because this pearl is white like the rose. There's also a golden pearl in here, just like in the middle of the rose. So they're watching this rose because they stole something from them and they don't want them to find out. What did they steal? They're watching them because crow's raven's head. Joshua could be significant. They watch you like raven's head and they're trying to see carpet. Carpet muncher? This person could be gay. They may view you as a pearl or they stole a pearl from you. I'm not sure yet. But this is the past. This is the basis of the situation. Something they may have taken from you. Quicksilver, something they took from you that they hoarded for themselves and took from. They basically took from you and they distorted your view of it. So you're separated. You don't even know that it happened. But see all the black dots? It usually says to me like rumors or something, or lots of words said, lots of distortion about you, being placed on you. It could also be, taking your energy, taking your time, maybe even something physical, maybe some like money or property, something like that. And 4 people are involved. 4 people could be involved in this. This is the basis of the, oh no, wait, this is, sorry, I don't know the positions yet. This is the immediate past, what's behind you. So this already happened. This is done with. They're not doing this anymore. But it is something that they did that's the basis of their worry. You finding out about it, I think. They don't want you to find out about it. 5, crowning thoughts regarding the situation. What are the thoughts they're having about this situation? What are their thoughts about the situation? Sugar sacrum. Sugar. Oh, sugar. Huh. I think they could be excited about it. They're excited about you finding out. Huh. Their thoughts are sugar. Maybe because it makes them feel better. Maybe because it like the prayer said, Talbot's prayer, he was like, kill me now, this is awful. Maybe by you finding out, it will end them in some way or end their suffering in some way. And so that's like it's like bittersweet. It's like a bittersweet kind of thing going on. Sugar. Yeah, because there's like red in there and sharp shards. So it's like sickly sweet, bittersweet. It's like they know it, if once you find out it's the end, but at the same time, they'll feel good getting it off their chest because they probably wouldn't have told you otherwise. And that's, when you keep things like that in like this, it eats away at you. It really does. it distorts you, and you start operating in that energy. That's why you have to confess your sins. That's why you go to, I mean, you don't have to do it that way anymore, but that was the point of confession, to confess your sins, so that way you weren't hoarding or holding all of that energy inside for you to release it, because you can't get new energy if you're not releasing shit you've done that you have resentment about. Copper. This is the immediate future, what's about to happen. I know copper's a conductive metal. Found. So by this information getting released, it's going to release some kind of energy or something, or it's going to spark some kind of energy, or it's going to redirect some energy. There's even an E on here in the lines coming out of the metal. It's going to activate something. I remember when I broke my foot, I broke my 5th metatarsal, or metatarsal, I don't know. I had to wear that boot for like 3 months. I hated it. So that's good, honey. I'm so happy you're getting better. That's good. Don't be sorry, please. So something about when this information comes out, it's going to be bittersweet because it will activate something that is conducive or conductive, something that's going to get a ball rolling. It's going to ignite some kind of live stream. We're doing a live stream right now. Spirit, come through. By us speaking this right now about the situation is literally going to activate something. I don't know what, but that's what is about to happen right now in the immediate future. And your fears, emotional concerns regarding the situation. What are the fears that are going on? Dissolution. Dissolution. I think something's going to happen to this person. I think if it's not a literal death, it's going to be death of lots of things, like death of, I mean, this person's going blind and they're head first into a singing bowl. So whatever this person put out, they're getting back. Spirit said Carl. And this kind of looks like this. And these lines are coming out. And Spirit said the bird shit in Tobit's eyes and he became blind. And this is a bird. And there's a crow here. I don't think it's like literal shit in their eyes, but energetically something's happening. And it'll probably start happening now that we're doing this live stream. The minute this live stream hits this person, they're going to go blind. They're going to be like, I don't know. Oh. Oh my God. After they remove the weapons, anything else to board up the windows and get a new door. Damn. That sounds crazy. All right. So this person's worried about what's going to happen to them. But at the same time, that's why it's bittersweet. It's almost like a release, like the anticipation of what's going to happen can drive you crazy. And by them knowing what's going to happen, it's kind of giving them dissolution. It's like a bittersweet knowing, it's like they know what's going to happen to them isn't the best, but knowing what's going to happen to them is also relieving. What are the environmental factors? How do others see this person? How are others seeing this person right now? Like a black widow, like a black widow, black widow. Like a black widow who spun many webs, many lies. There, I mean, look at this. This was our first card. See all the lines? They directed they spun, one person spun a lot of lies about you. And I'm not sure why yet, but they did. And now people are viewing them as a black widow of sorts, some kind of black widow. Card position 9, your hopes. What does this person hope for the outcome? What is this person wishing for the outcome to be? Or what does this person wish for? I'm getting the hang of these cards. Just need a little practice. Mars. They want to keep it going. Whatever they did, they don't want to let go. They had some kind of Venus power, the power of Venus. They were stealing energy or something. I don't know why I want to keep saying that, but they could have possibly been using divination to steal someone's energy or to control people or to have some kind of power. And Mars is the god of war. So it wasn't good. It wasn't anything good. They were using it for, I'm sure, whatever came through in the divination told them that it was going to be fine. Because that's what they do. They freaking use you. I had to watch the SWAT raid on Facebook Live, hearing them ordering my dad out and watching the flashback. Damn. No, that's okay. I'm telling you, just email me, patiencewithspirit@gmail. We can talk. And then, so that's what they're hoping for. They wish they could keep this going. Whatever they did, something about creating lies and spider webs around a white rose, some star or something collective. You're someone who's held in high honor. Note. Something about a note. Molestation? Spirit just said molestation and a note. So I don't know what that means, but this person, I don't know yet. It doesn't say that in the cards yet, but this is a general part. Patiencewithspirit@gmail.com. Yeah. And that's where if anyone wants a reading, that's where I do my readings. All the stuff's in the description bar. This is such a weird this energy feels like, it's funny that this lightning came out because it literally feels like when you're, I don't know if you guys have felt this or if it's just me because I'm an empath, but when there's lightning storms, I can like feel it in my teeth. It like feels like staticky. And that's what this person feels like. I feel it all in here, in my jaw. It's not like unpleasant, but I definitely know the feeling of when there's a electric storm or lightning storm, and it kind of feels like that. So I don't know what that means, but it is interesting that there's lightning. Right. Spirit said, right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm awesome. Spirit, you're awesome. I'm awesome. You're awesome, collective. Everybody's psychic, you know. You just gotta believe you are. So they wish that it could go back to how it was, but what's the outcome? And then we'll get some details. because they might have stole something that was giving them like pay, like a lot of the Bible verse said double, triple what their wages were for a whole year. This is the outcome. Something you're going to get back. Something they have to give back to you. But they don't reluctantly. They don't want to give it back. But very reluctantly, they have something they want to give you. Or they have to give you. I have 2 closed fists, so they're trying to hoard a little bit. And they want it all. But they're trying to hold what they have from you and give you a little bit. And whatever it is, it's abundant. It would make you abundant. So that's interesting. I wonder what it is. Let's find out, shall we? Let's see. Let's do it's a kind of funny story cards. Okay. Spirit, thank you so much for being here with us. I love you so much. Please tell us more about this situation, what you want us to know. Okay, here we go. What is the dirtiest message you've ever received and how did you respond? Huh. So something they responded to, they received a message. They received some kind of message that they participated in that was potentially dirty. Maybe that's where the molestation comes in. Maybe they received a picture or something like that. Who is more likely to sneak into a concert and get away with it? This person gets away with a lot of stuff. They're sneaky. They could sneak into a concert and get away with it. That's how sneaky they are. Well, sneak me into a Drake concert. I just flipped the switch. I just flipped the light out like a light. I don't know why that came into my head. All right, so they're very sneaky. They may have received a message that was like a sneaky link, a little sneaky link message that was a dirty message. And whose face is most likely to be plastered on the front of a page of a tabloid? So definitely starting some fake news, or this person's fake news. Object, something about an object, or Spirit usually says that for narcissists. They'll have, because narcissists have initiative. They have a way of treating people like objects, like game pieces that are just in their way that need, like pawns in a game or something. What's your most irrational fear? Initiative. This person fears initiative. Initiative. This person may have an irrational fear of you finding out that they're fake news or that they created fake news because they're sneaky enough to sneak into a concert, get away with it. They thought they were going to get away with receiving some kind of dirty message about you. If you had 3 wishes from a genie, what would they be? And that's on top of the white rose and snake card. That's what they don't want to get rid of. You're somehow wish fulfillment? Somehow they were getting their wishes granted by you. Something they were doing with the Ouija board. Maybe that's the message they got that was dirty from the Ouija board. Who would walk out of a blind date based on appearance alone? Yeah, this person's superficial. They're superficial.
Positive.
positive. They view people as objects of their desires, whether they need them or don't need them. You're just in their way or you're not in their way. What's your least favorite job? What's your least favorite? It was this person took from you like it was their job. Or they have a normal job that they dislike to cover up what they really do behind the scenes. They could possibly do something with divination that people don't know about. They have like a normal job so nobody knows about it. What's a past situation that still makes you cringe? They did something cringeworthy that they still think about, and it's over the raven's head. So they could have possibly did something. Spirit said animal sacrifices, or no, they said dead animals. I'm sorry. So the Ouija board may have told them that they had to kill an animal and maybe eat its head or something, because that's what those spirits do. Those freaking entities will have you eaten monkey brains like it's Indiana Jones telling you God wants you to do it, and they do that on purpose, and they're laughing at you, laughing. They're like, look what I can make her do. Look, I'm gonna tell her to cut the skin off of a toenail 2 inches thick by 3 and then put it in their eye and hop on one foot. Nice. That's what they do, because they're there to tempt you. They're a test. You're being tested when that happens. Are you going to actually believe what this fool says? Or are you going to use your common sense and your intuition and say, no, God wouldn't want me to do that? What story from your life comes to mind when you hear sight? As I just said, intuition. Spirit, come through, come through, come through. Spirit, come through. Love it. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, this person was not using their intuition. They got drunk off of power, having power over people because they're a narcissist. Ugh, I hate that everyone ends up being a narcissist. And really, a narcissist is just somebody who was severely traumatized as a child, and they had to create an alternate reality that only they live in, and everybody else is just an outsider. And if that outsider doesn't fit their reality, that's when they become an object. Honeywell. I don't know. Maybe this person used to work at Honeywell. When was a time you went out and treated yourself? This person does nothing but work. Maybe they worked at Honeywell. Treated yourself. Or when was the time you went all out and treated yourself? Well, it's over sugar, so I think that they were treating themselves by taking from you, collective, taking something. I don't know what it is, but they were taking something and they were doing it happily. They were taking seconds. They were serving themselves up with as much as they needed to. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but you are the way they treated themselves. They went all out for whatever it was they were taking from you. Who's the clumsiest? They may have, maybe this is things they were saying about you to people to avert the attention away from them, from being the Black Widow. They could possibly have a irrational fear of spiders, but they were taking from you, and it was making you clumsy. It was making you not do self-care, and it was altering your intuition. Whatever. Fast. It was fast. What's your favorite characteristic about yourself? Yeah, they were doing something to your beauty or something. They were doing something to your beauty, to your motor skills, to your self-care, and to your insight, to your intuition. That's weird as hell, man. I don't even understand. Like, it's just, you got to give it to these people for being creative, you know? Like, the things they think of are so creative. It's like, why don't you just put that into something else? All right, let's do different cards. I don't know. I don't get it. Because people are lazy. That's why. People be lazy. They don't want to heal their wounds or admit that. Usually narcissists are so wounded that they cannot admit to themselves when they do something wrong. That's a few. It's a classic narcissist. Because then they'd have to admit that something bad happened to them and they're not ready to look at whatever happened to them. Spirit said molestation, so this person could have been molested or they're doing the molesting. I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, but I think they might have been molested and that's their ultimate wound that needs to heal. Do you talk to your plants? Would you be in a band you can't stand just for the money? So they were doing this for money. I think someone was paying them. I think someone was talking to them to pay. Someone you know was talking to them, paying them to do this to you. Top off. Hello, top off to ya. Also, this person was topping off with your energy collective. They were literally treating themselves like you were a gas tank or something. Topping off their reserves, leaving you with nothing. They didn't care. Snoops. They're snooping into your business, Spirit says. Do you just go for it and pick your wedgie wherever? Would you yell at your neighbor? So they did something. Do you just go for it and pick your wedgie wherever? Would you yell at your neighbor? This person's kind of unhinged. I'm getting. They're kind of all over the place. I mean, picking your wedgie isn't a big deal, but I think it's just the principle, like, this person doesn't care. They're possibly, I don't think they're having a good time right now. Because they were doing something for money. Something against you, starting rumors or something, or I'm not sure. What the hell's going on here? Let me see. Let's look in classic fairy tales. Spirit, come through in a fairy tale. Tell me what the hell. Shorty's like a memory in my mind that I can't keep on. Got me singing like la 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 every day. It's like my iPod stuck on the play. This person could possibly be losing their hair and their memory. The ship was now hushed and quiet. The little mermaid. Only the helmsman was there at his wheel, and the little mermaid leaned with her white arms on the rail and looked to the east for a sign of the rosy dawn. The first ray of the sun she knew would bring her death. Suddenly she saw her sisters rising out of the sea. They were as pale as she, but their long, beautiful hair was no longer waving in the wind. It had been cut off. We have given our hair to the witch, they said, to help us save you from the death that awaits you tonight. She has given us a knife. Oh, Spirit said knife. Look, Spirit said knife. The number one. Spirit said knife. And this book says, and Little Mermaid said knife. She has given us a knife. Look, here it is. See how sharp it is? Before sunrise, you must plunge it into the prince's heart. Then, when his warm blood splashes on your feet, they will grow back together and form a fishtail. You will be a mermaid once more. You will be able to come back down to us in the water and to live out your 300 years before being changed into the foam of the salty sea. Make haste. Either he or you will die before sunrise. Our old grandmother has been feeling such sorrow that her white hair has been falling out, as ours fell under the witch's scissors. Kill the prince and come back to us, but make haste. Look at the red streaks in the sky. In a few minutes the sun will rise, then you will die. And a strange deep sigh, they sank down beneath the waves. Stocky. With a last glance at the prince from eyes half dimmed in the depths, she threw herself from the ship into the sea and felt her body dissolve into foam. Bearing a distinct resemblance to Ophelia, the little mermaid perishes in the element that was once her home. I do not remember the Little Mermaid doing that. I guess I didn't know the real version. This ain't the Disney version. This is the real version. The Little Mermaid saw she had a body like theirs and that she was rising higher and higher out of the foam. The rising sun heralds the rebirth of the Little Mermaid who, as a daughter of the air, can earn an immortal soul by performing good deeds for 300 years. So that was sacrifice. Are you saying that this person sacrificed the white rose?
Noisy.
For 3 wishes. Oh, Maron. Jiminy Crickets. Are you serious? When is it okay to sacrifice other people for your own gain? When is that ever okay? Because of this person's unhealed wound and need for power and control, now they have a choice where they have to sacrifice themselves or they have to sacrifice another person because something happened where it, like, I don't know, like backfired or something. They either have to give back what they stole or they have to sacrifice something else or something. Huh. The story said a prince, so maybe there's like some prince involved in this, someone else that they may have did these wishes with or something. I'm like, when is this happening? Where is everybody to be like, no, don't do that? That doesn't seem like a good idea. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Like, where are the people? Where are the friends? I guess, I don't know. I guess people are all for it. They're taught it in the Bible, so they're going blind, and they possibly have to give back whatever they stole, or they're gonna die. So what are they gonna do? The numinous mystery. They don't know yet. It's a mystery, so they don't know what they're gonna do. They don't want to give it back. It's unknown. Psychic abilities. Universal truth. The unnameable, inner knowing, shadow work, the occult, order. This person's in a secret order. And they use divination. They're in the occult. But this did come out.
Probably not.
Yeah, this came out upside down, so they're not anymore. And they don't have psychic abilities. They don't have any intuition. Spirit took all their powers away. Whatever powers they had from doing the Ouija board, they don't have anymore. So that's what they don't want to give up. Something about psychic powers. But they lost them anyway, so I don't know what they have to do, but what do they have to do to live? What do they have to do to live?
Justin.
Self. I'm going to do one for Justin because Justin's always popping up. They have to look at themselves. Self. They have to realize that they live in a world of clouds. Jacob. They have to become self-aware, have an awakening. They have to understand their actions have consequences, and you can't go around stealing from people like this and expect to get away with that. It's not conceivable. It's not logical. Like, why do you get to get away with something so horrible? They have to look into a mirror. They could possibly be doing drugs, cocaine. Yeah, Spirit's calling them out. They're calling them out on their bullshit, and it's time for them to look in the mirror, but I don't think they're going to. I think they might be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because we had this dissolution, meaning there's no solution to what they're going through, because either they give it back and they die, or they sacrifice someone else and they live, but they live a horrible life. This is a horrible life. I don't want to live like this. Oh, let's say a prayer. Spirit, can you give me a prayer, please, to say for them? The trial of the just. How good God is to the upright, to those who are pure of heart. But as for me, my feet had almost stumbled, my steps had nearly slipped, because I was envious of the arrogant, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for they suffer no pain. Their bodies are healthy and sleek, they are free of the burdens of life, they are not afflicted like others. Thus pride adorns them as a necklace, violence clothes them as a robe. Out of such blindness comes sin. Evil thoughts flood their hearts. They scoff and spout their malice. From on high they utter threats. They set their mouths against the heavens. Their tongues roam the earth. So my people turn to them and drink deeply of their words. They say, does God really know? Does the Most High have any knowledge? Yes. Such then are the wicked, always carefree, increasing their wealth. Is it in vain that I have kept my heart pure, washed my hands of innocence? For I am afflicted day after day, chastised every morning. Had I thought, I will speak as they do, I would have betrayed this generation of your children. Though I tried to understand all this, it was too difficult for me till I entered the sanctuary of God and came to understand their end. You set them indeed on the slippery road and hurled them down into ruin. How suddenly they are devastated, utterly undone by disaster. They are like a dream after walking, Lord dismissed like shadows when you arise. Well, as Oracle number 36, I call judgment upon this person for coming up against God and breaking the commandments. All right. Judgment granted. Love you guys. See you next one. Hope it helps.